everyone. It's Friday night and Arsenal have given us plenty to talk about. We've got reports that Bruno Guimarães has agreed personal terms. Christos Tzolis of being officially unveiled as Arsenal's newest winger, and the club have released what I think is going to be one of the best away kits we have seen in years. So we are going to rate it and we are going to check out the new features. So we are also going to look at the latest transfer news, what these developments could mean for Mikel Arteta's squad, and whether this Arsenal team are capable of defending the Premier League title and also challenging for the first Champions League trophy. So the big news from previous days is that Bruno Guimarães, Newcastle captain, has agreed personal terms, according to Fabrizio Romano, dropping the bomb. And you know, when a player agrees personal terms, it's now up to club. And the news is that Arsenal have offered £70 million in a market where we have seen Rogers going for 117, Anderson going for 116, you have Tonali 100, you have Mateus Fernandes 85. So if Arsenal can get this player for £70 million, it is going to be a steal, because this is a player who, if he gets to link up with Declan Rice, Odegaard, Eze, Zubamendi in that midfield, Arsenal might genuinely have the best midfield in the Premier League. So let's look at what Bruno Guimarães offers as a midfielder. Yeah, let's look at what he offers as a midfielder, because this is the kind of quality that Arsenal need in that midfield, the steel that was lacking with Zubimendi. So you can see he's very aggressive, can score, can assist. He has the leadership qualities that Arsenal need. So this is a player who, if we can get for 70 million, he's 28 years old, Brazil international, has already played in the Champions League. So I don't think there's any adaptation that is needed. He has already played too many games as a professional. So you just come into that midfield and slot in. And what I like about him is also the versatility. Arteta can use him as a 6, as an 8, also as a 10. So if you are able to get Bruno Guimarães, I believe it's going to be one of the best signings of the summer. This is a player who will ensure we are able to adapt tactically, game by game, to the requirements of the Premier League. If it's a low block, we can play with him and Declan Rice. If it's an open game, so there will be various adaptations to our midfield regarding depending on the opponent. And also he's a Newcastle captain, so the Newcastle fans will not be happy with, to see Bruno Guimarães leaving. But this is a player who is proven in the Premier League, can get us that first Champions League place, because in order to win the Champions League, as we have seen with PSG, you need to have the best midfield, or not if the best, because of course PSG have the best midfield in the world with Vitinha, Neves, Ruiz. So if Arsenal want to compete in the Champions League and win it finally, we have to get such kind of player, and also in the Premier League as well. And also there's talks that Declan Rice will get an extended amount of resting time. So that means if Bruno can come in, he's going to release Declan Rice pressure and the workload, because we know Declan Rice has played almost 70 games or almost 140 games in 2 years. So that is the kind of workload that Arsenal need, the squad depth that we need in order to be able to continue challenging at the top of the Premier League. So if you ask me, this is a signing that we generally need in that midfield, because we need a player who is coming to elevate the team. He is coming to elevate the standard, the level. Yeah, I believe he is going to be a very suitable option in that midfield because of his quality, the leadership, yeah, the aggressiveness. We need that somebody who is a hard tackler, which Zubimendi is not. Zubimendi is a very good player, but he has not yet adapted to the intensity of the Premier League. So with Bruno Guimarães, we are getting experienced. And the reason why I think this deal will go through is because if you look at the transfer news, Newcastle have already signed a midfielder. So I was just looking at this. So Newcastle United have signed Alaji Bamba from Monaco for 40 million euros. So if you look at this signing, it's like they have gotten the replacement for Bruno Guimarães already, Alaji Bamba. So it looks like the here we go for Bruno Guimarães might be soon. I believe even by next week he should be an Arsenal player because personal terms have been agreed. Newcastle have already signed a replacement, so I don't see any reason why this deal will not go through. So this is very exciting news for Arsenal fans because I believe we need now level raisers. The team now does not need to sign 7, 8 players, just need 3, 4 quality signings and we will be good to go. So he offers excellent ball progression, aggressive pressing, defensive intelligence, big game experience. So with him, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, it is going to be one of the best, if not the best midfield in Europe that can control any game. So it is up to Newcastle, who are very stubborn. They don't want to agree fee, but surely I believe Guimarães wants to play in the Champions League, wants to join the project, and he has already said he wants no other team but Arsenal. So moving on to Christos Tzolis, he was unveiled as an Ghana, the replacement for Leandro Trossard. And my goodness, it is going to be very difficult to forget the impact of Leandro Trossard. But now with Tzolis, we are going to get pace, direct running, creativity, and another goal threat. So this is a signing that also is exciting because we don't know how it will go. But he was the best player in the Belgian league. So we'll see how he adapts to the Premier League because these are two very different leagues. Yeah, so he offers that goals and assists which were missing on the left wing. Yeah, so this was the official unveiling. We'll be wearing the number 17 shirt. Yeah, and of course he's very proud to have joined the Gunners, the champions of England. Yeah, so the number 17 famously worn by Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, remember all Sanchez, who was such a brilliant player. He was actually the one of the players to score 20 plus goals in a season. Yeah, so we need such kind of output. If you can get the output of Alexis Sanchez, we are going to be cooking. Yeah, so 34 million pounds is a bargain in this market, and he can end up being like Baraskelia. Yeah, he can end up being elite. Yeah, because that is what we want, an elite player in that attack with the speed, directness, who can score, who can assist, and of course who can help us to win trophies. And that is what I like about him when he said he has come to win trophies. He has not come here to just play. He is coming here to win trophies. So this is a 5-year deal until 2031. So very excited. Mikel Arteta and Bata finally getting their man. Yeah, so yeah, we will see how this transfer goes. And also today the Arsenal team have released the new away kit. Yeah, so this is the new away kit for the 26-27 season. You can see the models there, Calafiori, Declan, the legend Ian Wright, and also the 2 Arsenal women players. So this is officially now on sale, and for me, I can give it 8 out of 10. Adidas with another masterclass. The yellow stripes, the king, the badge, the Ghana badge. This shirt is crazy, and I'm for sure going to get it as soon as possible. So this was inspired by the 1991 banana kit. Yeah, so it is a kit that has been worn in the past by the Arsenal teams in the past. So the design has been inspired by that, meaning that, but I like the combination of the colors. And even if you look at it, it is a designer. It is a design for every uh, sex, whether male, female. You can see even the women, they look absolutely wonderful in this kit. Yeah, so this kit, I hope it has the good omen. Yeah, this is Alex Scott, or this is Kelly. I believe this is Kelly from the women's team. Now there is the Declan. Look at the kind of D. It is very fitting, very, very good for an away match to wear this kit. Then there's Calafiori, who is usually used as the model for most of these Arsenal advertisements. For me, I can give it 8 out of 10 rating. I saw the Manchester United one and it was rubbish. It just looks like a Chelsea kit, but you're not going to dwell into that. This away kit is stunning. Adidas, take my money as soon as possible. I'm going to get it as soon as possible before even the season starts, because this is a kit even you can wear just going maybe to an event, yeah, church, club, yeah. It is even for a date. It is one of a kind kit, absolutely brilliant by Arsenal on this. Yeah. So the champions next season finally have their away kit. Now we are going to wait for the third kit, the final kit that will be used in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and most of the Champions League games. So this is very good by Arsenal, and I hope that we are going to go back to back, because that is the aim for next season. Let us get 3 or 4 quality signings. We have already signed Tzolis in Cape on a permanent transfer, the goalkeeper from Leeds as the third backup option, Ilan Meslier, and now Bruno Guimarães is going to be here with us soon. I fully hope and pray that the clubs can agree. Bruno wants to join Arsenal. Let the two clubs agree. Pay the 80 million. Arsenal now have money. Yeah, let's pay that money, get the player, because we deserve such kind of players to elevate our levels. I cannot imagine Declan Rice, Bruno Guimarães in one team. It is going to be scary for the other Premier League teams. So that design is very, very good, and we need to now win trophies with that kind of jersey or away kit. So what does this mean for Arsenal? When you put everything together, we are sending a clear message. We are not satisfied with last season's success. We need more trophies. We need to strengthen the squad. We need to add more competition. We need to refresh the team. I'm very interested in the outgoings that we are going to see. And then, because the best teams, they don't just stay still and get satisfied. We need to add more, because you can see the likes of Chelsea, United, Liverpool, City, they are all making moves, they are all spending money, so we cannot be left behind. Yeah, so that is the true nature of a big club. So seeing Newcastle signing a midfielder, that has given me even more hope that that is the replacement for Guimaraes. Then moving on to the defense, we are looking at William Saliba's short-term replacement. So John Stones has come in as a contender. Then you have Ezri Konsa and Zeno Debast. So John Stones, who is a free agent after leaving Man City, he has worked with Mikel Arteta before. So let's see how this will go, because we need William Saliba will miss the start of the season together with Rice, together with Madueke, together with Saka. We are going to miss the 4 players who went all the way in the World Cup, deep in the latter stages, and they were part of their teams. So John Stones is being looked at as a potential replacement for Saliba, who was a back injury. And then you have Ezri Konsa of Aston Villa. So Aston Villa are looking at 60 million pounds, but Arsenal are saying with 40 million pounds we can get Ezri Konsa. So we believe Arsenal will just go in for John Stones, because is the cheaper option, and also on a short-term deal. can be given a 1-year contract because Saliba will be back again. Then you have Zeno Dabast of Sporting Lisbon, who will cost £34 million. But I'm yet to watch the bust because I have not seen the Portuguese league. But with John Stones, you're getting experience, you're getting a winner, you're getting someone who understands the Premier League. The only red flag with Stones is the fitness issues. He's not always fit. So that is what I'm really concerned about John Stones. Yeah, because we need someone who can stay fit for the season. SD Konsa for me is the option, but now the red flag is the price. £60 million for a 28-year-old defender. It can be too much, and we only need him for maybe 6 months or a year because William Saliba will be back to his best, and when he's back, we all know he is the undisputed #1 defender together with Gabriel for Arteta. So we shall see how they go regarding the defensive side. So we'll need to sign one defender to replace William Saliba, and then Christian Mosquera will be the understudy to that. So that some games you start with Mosquera, some other games you start with either Stones, Konsa, or Debast. So Konsa, for me, I will take him. John Stones also I will take him. Regarding the injuries, that is just part of the game. You just need quality to replace somebody like William Saliba. So I'll be keeping an eye on that regarding the defensive backup for William Saliba. So Arsenal fans, what do you think of the Bruno Guimarães transfer? Just tell me in the comments. How do you rate this window so far? How are you excited about Christos Tzolis? So you can tell me in the comments below. If you enjoyed the Arsenal transfer roundup, the new away kit, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Arsenal Pulse, turn the notifications because we have another huge summer of quality, not quantity. Until next time, come on you Gunners. See you in the next one. Peace.